Thank you so much, and this gentlemen. Well, moving forward, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have arrested a former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, over an alleged 700 billion naira fraud. Emmanuel, who served as governor between 2015 and 2023, reportedly arrived at the EFCC corporate headquarters in Abuja around 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday, following an invitation from the anti-graft agency. A source who spoke on condition of animosity because he was not authorized to speak to the press told our correspondent that Emmanuel was arrested after honoring the EFCC's invitation to answer allegations of money laundering, diversion of funds, and stealing. The petitioner alleged that Emmanuel received 3 trillion naira from the Federation account over 8 years, but left behind a debt profile of 500 billion naira and unpaid ongoing projects worth 300 billion naira. He was also alleged to be unable to account for 700 billion naira. He added Emmanuel arrived at our office and was arrested shortly after that. The source further revealed that investigations uncovered the withdrawal of 31 billion naira in cash from a single account named Office of the Governor. Let me start with you, Barrister Ferdinand, on this situation. You know, and someone has made a statement about in Nigeria, and even Odenwa has also said that in Nigeria you have to buy election. The election it actually bought. If we have to check it, but probably he's speaking from experience because he was a former governor of Imo State. You know, in that instance, possibly. You know, and this was a former governor of a state. We have had several issues of ex-governors diverting funds. Former governor of Kogi State, his case is still with the EFCC and the court at the moment, and this is another one that is also coming up here in the limelight about the diversion of 700 billion naira. You know, is this supposed to be, is it now supposed to be a thing of before you get into government in the country, you know, you have to anticipate to divert funds? Is this supposed to be something that every Nigerian that wants to get into politics should have at the back of their minds, that before I leave office, I must have lots of cash coming out from it, you know, and not the other way around of thoughts of development, infrastructure, reasons why you are actually put there to serve the people. I'd love to get your thoughts on this case.
Well, thank you. Speaking as a lawyer, remember it's just an allegation. So until it's proven, until the court convicts him, then we cannot say he's guilty of what he has been accused of. But my worry is that the news is saying he was arrested. I don't think that should be the right word. I think the right word should be that he was detained, because he honored an invitation. So he didn't go to his house. I didn't mean you went to his house to apprehend him. The meaning of arrest was going to apprehend somebody. If you invite me and I come, the best you can do is to detain me.
Okay.
That means you have a suspicion of my guilt. So and that stage is detaining me, detention.
Okay.
And not arrest anymore because I have come.
Okay.
So I'm not okay with the word arrest. It should be he will be detained.
Okay.
And after which he will be granted bail. If he merits to be granted bail, of course the bailable offense should be. Another concern that I have with this whole thing is that people EFCC have been accused of this selective prosecution, and when prosecution is selective, it no longer becomes prosecution, it becomes persecution, because in that selective process, the merits of the process will be undermined. It will now become the ulterior intent behind the process, because I'm aware that Udom Emmanuel had a predecessor who is the current Senate president, who is also not without allegations of abuse of funds while he was governor of Akwa Ibom State.
Okay.
He is not on trial, has never been on trial. Even while as NDDC chairman, there were allegations. He is not on trial. I'm not aware that the Senate president has immunity from being tried. You have left him. He held sway from 2007 to 2015. Allegations are there. Nothing is done. The man that left in 2023, you were after him. There's no problem in arresting and detaining and prosecuting somebody for committing an offense, but let it be fair. Let it be fair. There are governors who left office, like Udom Emmanuel. In Abia State, a former governor is being trailed. There's a governor from that same state too who left office the same way Udom Emmanuel left office. Who the current governor and the current administration has targeted and fingered to have abused state funds. EFCC, how come this governor former governor is not before your net?
Thank you so
answering
much.
questions. So let it be prosecution, not persecution. That's my case.
Thank you. I'll come back to you. Please, I'd love to get your thoughts on this or not her.
To me, I feel English should be said is vendetta. I feel that somebody is witch hunting somebody, if you ask me. How? You know, today, if you talk about those who are powerful, you also mentioned the Senate president. You are aware of the issue he had with this his predecessor. Is he predecessor, which is the right English? So you know he had an issue with him after he brought him on board. You are aware?
His successor.
Yes, successor. So they had lots of issue, and which made them exchange words. I'm not trying to say that it is the Senate president that is witch hunting him right now, but I said somebody witch hunting somebody right now, because like he rightly said that there are other governors from the Abia section who had the same experience, nothing happened. That the Senate president had the same experience of fraud, nothing happened. I see this thing like that of Kogi, the magic will still happen. I'm telling you, he will not be detained. If he admits to lawyer himself, believe you me, I think Nigeria that I know, I can predict. And whatever I am predicting right now before you guys is what will play. How do I mean? You're aware they were declaring, what's his name, Yaya Bello, that he's missing, is that. Did Yaya Bello not visit the, what do you call him, the EFCC? He went there. What happened? Did EFCC not deny that Yaya Bello was in their office? They denied. Why? I see the same thing repeating itself in this Udom Emmanuel, because someone wants to bring him back to the fold. I don't know what fold, but I know someone wants to bring him back to the fold. And with this allegation, he will lawyer himself, and by so doing, he will be freed. Believe you me, I think that's my position.
Both of you are actually talking from the same mouth, if I may ask, and the fact that the issue of misappropriation of funds, fraud.
No, the point is that let EFCC be objective and
not be selective. Okay.
Selective prosecution is persecution. Let EFCC do their job across board.
Yes.
Have no, in fact, apart from the president and governors and their vice and deputies who have immunities, every other Nigerian, including myself, should be subjected to investigation, and if found wanting, prosecuted, including all former governors.
Okay, if I may
including
ask,
those who are serving.
If I may ask, why do you
government.
think there has been a selective situation in this? Why most of them have been pointed out to be investigated and not others?
I have just told you that in the current state, there are governors. Senate president was a governor. Just that after he was a PDP governor, when he left and became a PDP senator, there were allegations against him. Then Buhari was the president. Immediately he moved from PDP to APC. Those charges, those allegations were suspended.
Was it that there was some immunity over him not to be investigated?
No. Then he was left office as governor. He was a senator. That led, it was a push against him that led to his decampment from PDP to APC.
So he could gain the ground.
When that was under Buhari, first tenure.
Okay.
Thereafter, he was no longer prosecuted. He was given a soft landing. That case died. It was no longer, the prosecution did not happen again. Thereafter, in Buhari's second tenure, he was appointed Minister of Niger Delta.
Yes.
And then where he had to fight with this John Nunwe, former NDC MD, that had to also accuse him too of sexual harassment and all of that too. You remember this man has a good history, you know, and he was one that was saying those things he was saying in Senate when he was saying, it was off the mic, he was he was saying all of that. Now, no trial, fast forward to 2023, he contested, how magically he became senator, he won. Now he's the Senate president. He was a governor of Akwa Ibom State. There were allegations that he embezzled funds. Let him at least be invited.
Considering the fact that they say the law is a respect
let
of
all
no
former
one and
governors in
nobody
Akwa
is
Ibom
above
State
the law, you know, do you think
been accused of corruption be equally invited by the anti-graft agency?
Okay, I want to say something. Considering the fact that nobody is above the law in the country and everybody is equal in the law, everybody is equal when it comes to justice system. Do you think that the EFCC has actually, you know, be a bias in the situation, or what's the word? I'm trying to get a particular statement on how to use it, because this is like you've stated here rightly. There's been an issue of selective trial from the EFCC, because this is a body that governs crime. And you considering the law, you're not supposed to be a respecter of anybody, you know, in this instance. Is it that they have been bought, if that's the word I can use? Because I'm trying to get the word around my head right now at the moment. I'll love to get your thoughts quickly, then I'll love to hear from you.
I think it speaks of the lack of independence of our institution. These are institutions. The EFCC has not shown that it is independent, and that it applies its functions across every Nigerian without fear or favor. That is why, like I said, the facts speak for it. The facts speak for themselves. If you are arresting or inviting former governors who have been accused of corruption, and you leave the previous one, and you come for this other one, when both of them they all have allegations of corruption against them. If you choose one and leave one, you are selective. That's the evidence of being selective. Come to Abia State, do the same thing. The immediate past governor has been accused of embezzling state funds by the current administration. Because came out and it's all there. But you are leaving him. You are going after Theodore that left about 10 years ago, and then the current one, you are leaving him. So why is selective? Invite everybody, investigate everybody. Anybody that has allegation of corruption against him, invite them. Including this our state, on other states where you have governors who have just finished their two terms in office, and who their predecessor are accusing or alleging corruption here and there. Invite them now. EFCC. Be fair to everybody. That's what I was saying. Okay. If you're not fair to everybody, it means that you are being used. And if you are being used, it means that you can actually be used by power that be to score political points, either to coerce politicians to either do certain things or the other. When the president or political party that's in power wants to get a thing done or force you to do something, they just sweep up, see this allegation against you, do or come and join us, or come and do this or do this, and then that is not good for our democracy.
Thank you so much on this. I'd love to get your thoughts. And then secondly, I was trying to get the word of sentiment in this issue. Yes, I think that was the right word I wanted to get. And this particular situation of Udom Emmanuel, yes, you have made statements that he is not the only one that should be persecuted for. He said he said the word prosecuted and not persecuted. Yes, he's not the only one that should be persecuted, if that's a word I can use. Yes. You know, in this instance, because
no, that word is my word.
Let me borrow your word, please, and say that statement. But we cannot shy away with the issue on ground, which is fraud. Yes.
Now,
it is not a likable situation, but yes, in as much as yes, we have to look at the bad side. The EFCC also has to do what is supposed to be done and not be sentimental in that instance. Well, quickly, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. What you have to say, please.
I think we are all aware, as at when Buhari was the president of this country, when the vice president visited Rivers State with Ababio, Then he was the minister of Niger Delta or something. You heard him telling me some week why they are to commission, is it a police post something along that Obliquary, where he said, come to APC and your sins will be cleaned. That word I will never forget. So which means from the moment the Senate President left APC and PDP for APC, his sins too was forgiven. That's what I want you to understand. I know why I cited.
If we might divert, is that the reason for defection that's been going on right now?
He was actually calling. You are aware? He said me that he had luck that he was not in their party. If Wike was in their party, he would have called him 100% Mr. Project. That since Vice President has called him Mr. Project already, that he would say that he did not do anything. Why would they call him Mr. Project? He should come back to APC and that his sins will be cleaned. And then, secondly, I want to cite INEC. It is called independent whatever.
National Electric.
Are they independent? See, EFCC has left their responsibility that they are saddled with and now doing Oga's. What is Oga's interest? What is this person's interest? Until they leave that is what is this Oga's interest? What is this other person's interest? Do you know why they left Bazu? Because he's a friend to the FCT minister. They are in charge. I have to cite that one. They know themselves. Does it mean that Reverend Father Ali has not accused the Benue, what's his name again? Autumn. They have. So they have left what they are saddled with and now doing Oga, what do you want? Until they stop that, well, what they call them, that particular body will be respected. For me, because of their act, their dubious act, it has made individuals to start putting on EFCC jacket and then begin to rob people on the street. Believe me, it happened recently in Kaduna, where Taraba, where they kidnapped people with the EFCC vest. How do we not know? They have left what they are saddled with. They are now going after the boys who are there's a name they call it, Yahoo or whatever. They've left. There are people who are corrupt. We are talking about the money, the funds that belongs to Nigerians. There are people who they know. They work with them, they eat with them, they go to their houses, they visit them. Are they supposed to visit people? So my own is, let them go back to the board, to the drawing board, and tell themselves the truth. EFCC is not working. I'm not also saying that Udom is innocent. Neither am I saying that he is not innocent. Until he is being proven otherwise, he is, to me, an innocent man. That is my take.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Until being proven guilty, anyway.